should I?
Sir, I'm terribly sorry.
My dear sir, I do apologise.
No, it was my fault, absolutely. I'm terribly sorry.
Traddles.
Copperfield? David Copperfield, and who are you? It's wonderful to see you. And you too, I'm still,
You're still pretty much the same as you
yeah,
were.
well,
I know, it was Tommy Traddles indeed, my old school friend.
Incredible surprise.
My aunt had found lodgings for me in Buckingham Street and made me a modest but sufficient allowance. And as I was about to take a short holiday, my employer, Mr. Spenlow, had invited me to pass a night at his country house.
Answer, eh? Fletcher versus Fletcher. A dispute between two cousins over a boundary. Fletcher versus Fletcher. Highly lucrative. And of course, the very best sort of professional business is a disputed will. Very pretty pickings indeed to be had there in the way of argument and counter-argument and the evidence of interrogatory and counter-interrogatory and so on. And since the costs invariably come out of the estate itself, both sides can go at it in a lively and spirited manner with expense. No consideration at all.
Absolutely remarkable house you have this. Of course, you have a privilege.
Copperfield. My daughter, Dora.
I was swallowed up in an abyss. There was no pausing on the brink, no looking down or back. I was gone headlong. I loved Dora Spenlow to distraction. And then...
And this is her confidential friend and companion, Miss Murdstone. Alas, Dora has no mother living.
I'm already acquainted with Mr. Copperfield. It was in his childish years. Circumstances have separated us since. I should never have known him.
How she enchanted me. I was lost in blissful delirium, but not quite lost. There was still that spectre hovering. What's his name?
Excuse me, my dear, but I must take you away to introduce somebody very fine to look
David Copperfield, a word. I won't attempt to disguise the fact that I formed an unfavorable opinion of you in your childhood. It may have been a mistaken one, or you may have ceased to justify it. That is not the question between us now. I may have my opinion of you. You may have your opinion of me. But it is not necessary that those opinions should come into conflict. It would be better if they did not. Let us therefore meet here as mere distant acquaintances. Do you agree?
I said I would return, Mr. Copperfield. Are you and Miss Murdstone talking over old times?
Old times? Hardly that, Dora, my dear. Our acquaintance was very slight. Was it not, Mr. Copperfield?
That was the moment to speak out, to say the truth. No, shout it. Very slight. There was triumph in her eyes, and contempt. I can see it now. I can acknowledge the justice of it. I'd taken the easy path, the coward's path. Dear God, what evil was to flow from that fatal weakness?
Good morning, Mr. Copperfield.
Hello. Surprised to see you out here so early.
It's the brightest time of the day. Don't you think so?
It's bright to me now. A moment before, not so bright.
Do you mean a compliment? Or has the weather changed?
I'm not aware of a change in the weather.
You've just come home from Paris.
Yes. Have you been there?
No.
Oh, you should go. You would love it so much. Do you travel a great deal, Mr. Copperfield?
Well, I'm going down to Yarmouth in a day to see old friends.
Yarmouth is quite on the coast, is it not?
Yes. Miss Spenlow.
Dora! Dora!
Tiresome creature. I can't think why the poet chose such a vexatious thing to be my companion.
Dora!
It is very disagreeable having such a gloomy old person always following one about.
Here, perhaps you should say something to your father.
I wouldn't dare.
Your father wants you. Hurry now.
Goodbye, Mr. Copperfield.
Remember, we meet here as mere distant acquaintances. The past is buried.
I barely heard her.
Mr. Copperfield.
My head was full of Dora. Dora,
Mr. Copperfield.
Dora, Dora.
Do you hear me, Mr. Copperfield?
I returned to my lodgings in town in a sort of trance. I made some attempts to work at the book I was writing, but it was no good, because in every sentence the word Dora would inadvertently appear. At length, I determined to seek distraction at the playhouse. Mr. Murdstone.
David. You were going out?
I was going to the play.